Hello, Red Wave. Welcome to Warrior Bulldogs podcast. My name is Caleb. Joining me is Caleb. Same name, two different people. I swear. Caleb Pletz, how are you doing? Quickly, give us a quick, how are you doing? And then we got to get to our special guest.
Exactly. Yeah, doing well. It's another great Monday here on our live streams, and we keep having stuff to talk about, which is good. The summer days are still going by fast, which is good. A lot of big pickups in transfer portal for Fresno State baseball, so exciting. And yeah, excited about our guest today too.
Today, joining us, we have the pleasure of talking to Fresno State Bulldogs pitcher, stud pitcher this year, Roman Angelo. Roman, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Thanks for having me on. Been just enjoying my retirement for now. So
yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk. Go ahead.
Working out and doing all that stuff.
You're still working out. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I gotta stay ready. If I get a call, we'll find.
All right, so we're going to get into the season and then kind of what you're up to now. But the big news came out that Ovi is the head coach now. What's your feeling that Ovi's the guy? Are you excited for him? Are you going to give him some heck? And I can't believe that they did this. No, I'm just kidding. How are you feeling about Ovi being a Bulldog?
It's awesome. He's been a great coach and ever since it started when he was recruiting me. He's been in the program for a long time, and I think that's a big deal to keep this job in house. He knows the culture, win, and he's at the end of the day he's a really good coach, and something that he got this opportunity. I'm really excited for him and excited to see what's in and get back to the winning ways. And what Red Wave's used to seeing.
Well, dude, I mean, you talk about winning ways. You did a lot to help out the team this year and improve I'd say your winning ways. What was that like? I mean, you had a pitcher go down. You have to step into not necessarily a new role, but I mean, people are looking at you now to make some waves as a pitcher. And what was that like?
It's nothing necessarily new for me. Obviously, it sucks that big arms go down, and it's an arm that we've relied on heavily over the. So that was the hard part. As a team wise and stuff, it really doesn't change. I know that I was it's about getting ready and giving the team the best shot. At winning that day, and so it didn't really change much for me. It was especially when we were right in the mix of that turn, and every game matters. So that was the hardest part for sure.
So yeah, and I mean, you had some electric performances this year towards the end of the stretch, and especially at home too. I mean, any thoughts coming up, thinking back to like the complete game against UNLV or, two big performances against San Diego State, any, thing that sticks out to you as, favorite moment or just anything about that?
Those are all pretty special games to me. Diego State one was just funny because I got sticky checked and so I felt like they were pretty desperate. I think that goes back a little deeper too, because last year I think I total against them and didn't give up a run. So I think that was so they're trying to find any way to get me off the mound, which is kind of fires you up. And then there was a lot of people there that day, two fans I think, and they were all just going crazy after that. So I was experiencing after every pitch they were just going nuts. That created a little bit of a rivalry against them, and talk against them in the tournament was pretty cool. It was going to be tough, and our team was well prepared for their guy. already before Fontaine, so I knew it was going to be a tough challenge, just trying to keep the guys in the game.
Yeah, I remember that San Diego State being extra chippy. Was that the game that Carricker got into it with the San Diego State dugout too?
Yeah, it was all fired up when he's sitting there, people having to hold him back.
Would you say San Diego State is the rival?
Yeah, I feel like the Mountain West not many teams in there, so we're all competitive series, which makes it really fun. It's every facing the bottom team in the conference. Like it's usually going to be of a series, and there's a lot of older this year. I think with the COVID stuff, you got a lot of like 5th, 6th year guys. So guys, a lot of good baseball this year, and it was competitive for sure, no matter who we face. But San Diego State was definitely up there for me, at least.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you talking about older guys? You were one of the older guys on the Bulldog squad, but you did have young guys as well. What was that like? I mean, what were you teaching them, man? Because I'm sure you had a lot to teach them.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. We had a really good group of that's pretty important in building like a winning pro. A lot of times you'll get guys that are just all over the place, but that was out of line. So it's a matter of just doing as a teammate and as a player, and they would look up to that. So that's one of the things, rather than going out there and verbally saying a lot of things. But if I saw, of course, I would help them. But we had some big time freshman players, and Murph, Anchor, Vic. And there's a lot more too. Young guys make big impacts on the team, so it was pretty cool to watch for sure.
Yeah, what was that like watching another local talent like Murph go?
It's awesome. Every time he steps up to the plate, it's exciting because he's going to hit something. He'll hit 2 or 3 balls foul that are smoking. It's just like you're always on the edge of your seat when you're watching him hit, because how he's doing. Such a competitive guy and such a good player, good teammate. It was definitely awesome playing beside him this year for sure.
Yeah, I think the only hard part was towards the end of the season, the conference finally caught up and stopped throwing the fastballs. So I think that was probably one of the hardest things for him. It was like he's got all sliders pretty much.
Yep. It's just gonna make him because it's like, okay, so you can hit the fastball, and then they start tagging. Well, he's really competitive. He's a good baseball player. He's not gonna keep getting beat for a little bit, but it's part of having good failures right there for him to see that, and be ready for everything.
So back to you, what did you learn from this season?
I learned a lot. It was pretty cool to go through the situation, even though we didn't win the championship, to see our team pull through adversity, and we had our backs against the wall, and there was like a good shot towards the end of the season that we weren't going to make that tournament, and it was broader, and just kind of learned how to battle through adversity, and it's fun, and there's nothing better than playing ball, because that's really when it like defines what type of players guys are, and after trying to win big games, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. What now as a pitcher, I want to know, how are you dealing going into these games that, these high pressure games, the team's looking for you to make a splash, and you were rolling throughout most, especially towards the end of the season. But, what is your mindset going into these big games?
It's more of like wanting the ball more than like a mindset. It's just like love competition so much, and I want the ball in those situations, and like me having like a different mindset. It's like whenever like I want to be there, and that's just like a true like feeling. It's not really mindset or anything, but that's kind of like how I felt games, and I knew that the pressure that was on the line, and I could kind of puts you in a microscope for sure.
So now that you're graduated, I feel like I can ask this question: should it be illegal to play baseball at Air Force? That just seems like it
Yeah, it
is
definitely
not
should
real
be. I mean,
baseball.
the hitter, I think every pitcher that you'll ever talk to doesn't ever want to play that. If I baseball or not, if I have the chance, I will end up going because that place gives me nightmares.
I mean, like, almost any place in the Mountain West other than Fresno.
Yeah, seriously.
Or
Yeah,
in San Jose, I
New
guess. I guess
Mexico's
the California schools.
yeah. There's some tough parks to play in for sure. I mean, it's a good thing too. The other pitchers dealing with it.
True.
That's a mental grind right there. No one doing it's just about beating the other guy on the mound. Whether you have 9 runs, just be a little bit better than another guy. So
Right. Yeah, that's got to be a completely different mindset then, right? Because obviously you're, expecting to hopefully keep the other team to, as few runs as possible. But when you're going into those crazy ballpark and environments, like, are you like getting on like the offense even more? Just like, look, guys, you need to help me out here. Like, this is a hitter's park. Like, just do your thing. Are there any of those conversations?
not really. I don't want to push on them because I know that they're going to go out there and do their thing. But those games are definitely hitter related more than you're going to win the games because of hitting, not necessarily pitching. Of course, you're going to there too. But it's just keeping the team. Yeah, it's not the best places to pitch.
All right. Are we going to be able to, you mentioned it before we hit live, but are you going to be able to find a year like COVID year or something where you're going to come back and play, or what's the plan?
I'm hoping so. I texted over some extra eligibility, so maybe he can hit up Robbie Peters or they did to get an extra year, but we'll see. I don't think I do for now.
Okay. If not, what's the plan?
Just stay ready. The draft middle of July, so just staying ready, taking an opportunity, and just being ready. So that's right now, just taking it day by day.
Is that the goal? The show?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal for sure. Just keep playing as long as I can.
Well, that's awesome. I know that Red Wave is definitely pulling for you and hoping that you do get picked up somewhere. Like, what's your favorite team? Like, dream, like for Roman would be playing for what professional organization?
Well, I grew up Mariners, Seattle. So I'm been a diehard Mariners fan for football. So that's a team I grew up watching. Like any of the California teams would be cool just because it's close. Uh, like any team doesn't really matter, but it doesn't matter at this point.
Love to hear it. Just ready to work.
Yeah, exactly.
And as long as they sign the check, we're good. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what does it mean to you? Because I saw, was it you on Twitter? You guys got some transfers into the ball club today. Was it today or yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, today.
Yeah, today.
So
yeah.
yeah, and you being a Valley guy, what does it mean to you to get these Valley guys at Fresno State to play Bulldog baseball?
Oh, it's awesome, man. And that want to be Bulldogs and want to come here and win championships. And guys, these are some good players coming in, and they want to be a part of this. It goes beyond just one person and one player and one long storied history. And so you get guys that are, bought to this program as a whole. It's pretty awesome, and that's what you're going to get out of these Valley, keeping local guys here. And you've seen that over those. We got a bunch of local freshman this year, Eshawn, these guys, and they just love being Bulldogs, and it's completely different mind. It's awesome that was able to get these guys come on. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, like, I guess, can we take it back a little bit? I mean, what was your experience in the transfer portal? Because obviously that was, a couple years ago. You started at Bakersfield and then ended up at Fresno State. So, I mean, what was that process like for you?
I wasn't in the portal, but I had like a good idea of like kind of what I wanted. State was in the back of my mind, like right away. Like before I entered like a school I'd want to go to. Talk to some teams like Oral Roberts, who's going to Omaha. So it was down to those three mainly, but talking to Ove kind of sealed the deal for me, and I'm just wasn't made. I loved coming here and loved all the guys I've met so far. It's been amazing, to be honest.
So in your time here, give me like one or two of your favorite experiences or strikeouts or something that you'll always remember from your time as a Bulldog.
First one, probably I would say UNLV complete game, and that was kind of on the line, and me and Eshawn actually sent a text to the Monday before that game. I think that I pitched on Friday. It might have been Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I pitched the second game, but anyways, we we're gonna give you everything we got. We'll die on that mound for everything we have for you. And so he went out there, or we said we're gonna throw. I went out through like 135 pitches, and then I knew what was coming up to bat because everyone knew it. I told all my teammates too. In the springer, like I got done throwing my pregame bullpen, and I said there's the only way I'm not throwing 140 pitches if I finish, and I didn't want. And can you see me? Okay. And I think like 116 or something. I was just trying my whole objective trying to get out as fast as possible because I didn't want to throw 100. So that was pretty cool experience for sure. That's probably up there, number one. Number two, probably rivalry games because everything that had happened after the sticky check and all that, and then they're coming out swinging in the tournament. They're not gonna full time. So I knew I knew mindset wise they're gonna try to, but I was like I can't try and do too much or take them light. So going into that, I was against the pitcher of the year, so I knew I had to be good. So second favorite memory is just the whole San Diego rivalry, and not to give up a run. They finally got a run off me in the sixth inning. They hit a solo shot off me, but I was trying to throw up some zero. Yeah, that's probably my top two memories for sure.
Love it.
That's awesome. So I know that coming into the season, Coach Overland kind of made a big deal about like really trying to get alumni involvement with the team. So was there any particular alumni that like you were connected with throughout the season or maybe before the season that kind of helped you out at all?
Yeah, I mean, we did signed like one alumni, so we got their contact and we're able to talk to them before the season. Then we ended up doing and talking on them and stuff. So that was really cool. Learn more about the Bulldogs and like the history, and I like one of the best things that Ove could have done because just keeping just shows you that this program's so much more than one player. So that's pretty awesome. And I got to talk to Bobby Jones, who's legendary Fresno.
Yeah.
I was able to talk to him, pick his brain a little bit, and I wanted to. He's a complete game guy. He had like I think he set the record, 19 or 20. And so I because it's a little different age now. It's tough to get complete games, but I was able to get with me. So that was pretty cool. Keeping in touch with stuff, and it's awesome. Just like learning about the history for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Bobby was a stud. I mean, 88 to 91, that was like the heyday of like 80s, 90s Bulldog baseball. So that's and a Valley guy too. I mean, he was a Fresno High guy. So yeah, Valley guy through and through.
Yeah, awesome.
Now, I was gonna say, I mentioned you're from the Valley. If people don't know, you're Bakersfield Christian to be exact. So just make sure we got to throw in your Eagles for you. I mean, I was a Fresno Christian
now.
guy.
They weren't. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, we didn't play very many Fresno teams when I was there, but now they're moving like divisions and stuff, and they played a couple. I think they might have played Buchanan. They're a lot better now than when I was there, and we only had a couple. But it's cool. It's cool seeing what they're doing now. I think they went to championship and lost, but it's like cool seeing that. Sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, Roman, thank you for joining us. What else? What else do we need to know about? Oh no, I know what we need to talk about. The transfers. I want to get your take on the guys transferring in.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it's exciting seeing us or OV utilizing the portal. I think it's a different age, sure, and it's makes it tougher on high schooler kids. But at the end of the day, you got to win. So it's cool seeing OV, getting these guys, and I think they got Saldivar, going to be a great, lead off, good middle infielder. Getting a guy like that is always going to help defensively, good left-handed bat. So getting that is pretty cool. And then getting Noah Beal too. I mean, he's started some big-time games. I think in 2021, Friday guy for UNLV. So anytime you get it's awesome. And then they got the Long Beach too that can hit. So it's pretty big, and I'm sure. I wish I could come back, and help out. It's cool for sure, and it's smart because that's we win now and compete with these big name teams. It's you're not Grays or Jack Yankers or Vic Ariolas. It's tough to get, and so the only way to combat it is get portal guys. The name of the game right now.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the team's looking really strong next year too. I mean, sorry to rub it into you, but I mean, there's a lot of like really solid guys coming back. I mean, obviously, Murph and Blandford and Pircello, and I mean, all these guys, coming back. So it seems like adding these pieces in kind of feels like the right combination, I think, to hopefully get the championship ball club out there.
Yeah, definitely. They have a group of guys and a good core that I wouldn't be surprised if I'm seeing in about a year. So it's exciting, and it sucks that I can't be watching them and supporting them for sure. So it's exciting.
Well, I'm sure if you can, you'll be back. We'll find something. We got to find something for you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Find a way to be involved. No doubt about it.
No, I was thinking another year, but I mean, if you get drafted, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, Roman, one question that we like to ask our guests is, what does the green V mean to you? Because I know that's one of the secondary logos for Fresno State. So kind of means something different to other people. So, but what does the green V mean to you?
Yeah, well, I love right here, and it has I got the Pride of the Valley colors. So it means a lot. I think the Valley is really where you're going to get a lot of like tough players and players that's different, and I think that Obe knows that, and that's what type of recruiting and stuff, and so it means a lot, especially we have I think we're underlooked a little bit, but it's just guys long time, a lot of good baseball players here and stuff. So it means a lot, especially being from the Valley.
Mm-hmm. And one thing, then the last thing that I ask everybody is, you have had quite the journey. You know, you're busting your butt through college and playing baseball. What has been, you know, the one thing that has, one thing, maybe two things that have helped you through your journey as a baseball player?
I think one of the things that helped me to where I'm at right now, and then hopefully me, is just like being underlooked. I came into college at Cal State Bakersfield just trying to. They told me if I'm not good enough, they're just going to cut me. So, and that could have happened because it never let me keep my feet in place. And I think when you're young, you might not realize that. I realize that more now, but I could have done is just fight for my life right away. Right when I got made me the kind of player I am today, and more so. And so I think that was like the best thing is baseball, not comfortable whatsoever, and just trying to make the dive. And I think that was definitely the biggest.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate you. And any advice to either your past teammates or in the Valley wanting to be a Bulldog?
Just keep going, and for like people want to come to Fresno State, I would fully. It's been the best experience of my life, and you're just gonna meet so many great people, and that the younger kids should strive for. And go to the game, fun. The crowd's so involved, and it's just the team and all this stuff. You really just can't get better in the state of California. And so, if you want to play baseball competitive level, man, come to Fresno State. It's awesome. You're not gonna regret it ever.
Love it.
Any final words for Roman, Caleb?
No, we just appreciate your time. Best of luck. We're rooting for you, and I'm sure we'll see you out there at Peatbine Field in the future because it's a program that does a really good job about keeping the alumni involved. So I know that's something that we love seeing and love seeing guys come back. So Roman, we appreciate the time, and we're rooting for you going forward.
Definitely.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We'll hit you up soon. We're gonna have you in person next time. Oh. All right. It was. I know it's probably choppy on my end, Caleb. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, that's par for the course here on our live stream is our weekly battle with the internet.
So we do have a question from Robert. Any news on conference alignment, Caleb? Robert gets his weekly question in.
Yeah. Weekly question in about conference realignment. I don't think we have anything new to report other than what we said last week, which is just depends on when Pac-12 makes something happen. And I think my prediction last week was I don't think anything's happening until maybe at the end of football season, because I don't think anything's going to happen this summer. But usually when I say something like that, then something happens. So I guess we're kind of like speaking it into existence backwards or something. So but yeah, hopefully Pac-12 stays intact, and I think that's the best way for Fresno State to make it into the Big 12.
Yeah, I keep hearing Colorado. I don't know why. Everyone just keeps talking about Colorado. It's just the Deion Sanders effect. I don't know. I don't think that. Why? Why would you take Colorado right now? I don't know. But my answer, Robert, is no news. No news.
Sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
just to kind of recap what we talked about with Angelo, the transfers that Fresno State brought in today is huge. I think the catalyst I think has got to be Eddie Saldivar, local guy from San Joaquin Memorial, spent the last couple seasons at Long Beach State, and I think he was kind of the one to kind of get the ball rolling with these guys committing here. So he's a second baseman, leadoff hitter guy, hits for average, and real strong defensive player. So I think that's huge. And bringing with him teammate Rocco Pepe, who's a utility guy. I mean, he's played all over the yard for also Long Beach State, and guy that hits for a little bit more power, which I think is good, especially competing in the Mountain West. Dogs and guys that are going to be able to get the ball out of the park. So two big pickups on offense, and then big arm coming in from UNLV, Noah Beal, a local guy from Clovis High, which again, we love to see these guys getting the opportunity to play for the hometown team. So that's huge. He had a really strong 2022 campaign. This past season, he's battling some injuries. He got roughed up a little bit. So definitely looking for an opportunity to put some good tape out there, because obviously these guys want to keep playing professionally. So it's going to take some work for Beal to do that. And I think he's in the right place. I mean, coming home, get to be tutored by Troy Buckley, who I think has done a really good job with the staff. So three big names coming in, and who knows if more come too. But these are definitely three to be excited about for next season.
And how about Roman Angelo? Thank you, Roman. Big thank you to Roman joining us. I mean, the dude kicked butt the last part of the season, man.
Yeah,
I had so much fun watching him. There was a photo going around social media of him, flexing and screaming, mouth wide open. It was great. I forgot to ask him about his hairdo,
right?
Because I wanted to get the in on the hairdo. But Roman, thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. And I mean, we get guys like Roman coming in at solid men. First off, good man, good ball player, wants to help out the dogs, and local. I mean, what more could you ask for?
How much that's the recipe, I think.
Yeah. He may have not a future in, like broadcasting or something. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, when he could take my job, probably. He's not good. No. Oh man. Well, there's not much going on right now in the world of Fresno State athletics. It's going to be a quick and short episode. Is there anything else, Caleb, that we miss? We talked about what we know on conference realignment. Sorry, Robert, that's all we know. Roman joined us. Not much news in the football world right now.
Yeah, I mean, looked like this past week, summer workouts started, which was good. So I do get pretty fired up of watching the Instagram stories of just our guys working out in the weight room. It's like, yes, get big. We need to get ready for the season. No, no,
I don't know. Sorry. I mean, yes, I guess it's getting closer. Each day we're getting closer to college football season, but I mean, they're doing the best they can. And I'm glad, but that's stuff that you have to do. You're just supposed to be doing that, right?
True.
So, I mean, Robert asked about 2025 football offers. I know there's some in there. Caleb and I talked about including it in the show. Maybe next week. We're more along the lines of when they commit and they are a Bulldog, we will talk about it.
Yeah.
So we will get there when they commit. Other than that, Caleb, I
think the only other thing football wise is the Big Ten, I think, announced their preliminary 2024 schedules. So we have it on the schedule. September 14th will be Fresno State's next victory over UCLA, which will continue that winning streak. So put it on your calendars a year in advance, just so you can be there in the in the Rose Bowl, and so we can take down the Bruins again as a Big Ten member this time.
When's the next time we get a Power 5 school at Bulldog Stadium?
That's a good question. I don't have the future
Because
schedule up here, but I know we have Kansas coming in like 6 years, I think.
great. So the lowest of the Power 5 schools.
Exactly. Hard to go much lower than that.
Well, and I asked that question because I'm starting to get, I don't want to say frustrated. I guess I could say frustrated with the lack of teams that want to come play Fresno in Fresno. We used to be able to pull those schools, but now we just
It looks
don't.
like in 2027, Washington State is coming to former Bulldog Stadium. And then it's
If the Pac-12 is intact.
right, exactly. Who knows? Maybe that'll be a conference game.
That's true.
And then after that, yeah, Kansas is coming here in 2030. So who knows? Maybe
Okay.
that'll be a top tier matchup at that point.
Yeah, who knows? And by 2030, I expect you to be a dad, and we'll have our tailgate with our kids throwing football,
Exactly.
in the red lot. Granted, we got to make money to get in the red lot, but anyways, before I end it, some sneak peek. You are listening. If you're on the live stream, it's Monday. If not, you listen to it on Tuesday. Well, on Wednesday or next week, I need to decide. I think we're going to do Wednesday. Pag Meter stopped by, and we talked with Pag, and that episode is going to be coming out. And then Saturday, this is for sure. This Saturday, the 17th, we are going to be playing bucket golf at Givoli Winery. So if you have not got your tickets, go to BewareBulldogs.com. They're in the shop. Go to the shop. You'll get your tickets, and bring your buddies or bring your dad. It's the day before Father's Day, so little Father's Day competition for you. It's $30 for an individual or $100 for a team of 4. We're going to be playing at Givoli, and I was reminded to tell everyone that you will be walking through some dirt, so don't wear your nice golfing shoes. Wear shoes, wear your running shoes that can get dirty, and you are going to need to bring your lucky wedge or iron, whatever you use. I recommend a wedge, by the way. Been practicing. And we're going to be competing for the individual winner is going to get 2 season tickets to the football season this year. So, I mean, hey, that's a decent prize, right, Caleb?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you can sign up, BewareBulldogs.com. Click on the shop. The tickets are in there. If you do just show up, we will have a spot for you. Don't worry. But it'd be nice to know that you're coming, just so that you have stuff. We have stuff for you. So that is this Saturday. Check in 8:30. Starts at 9. Early tee off, so stay out of the heat.
Yep.
Did I forget anything, Caleb?
Nope. I think that was the important details there. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Should be a fun time, and looking forward to seeing everybody out there.
All right. Stay safe. Stay healthy. God bless. And as always, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Thanks, Roman.